Yeah. What is good, Run It Back Nation? It is I, DJ Eastwood, Run It Back Philly. You know the drill, no frauds, no fanboys, no intros. Hit the like button on the stream right now. Thumbs up if the Sixers impressed you in this game. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. Join the Discord. The link is in the description. We're going to take Discord callers live on the show. Be a part of that. Channel members, Jonathan Himes, I see you with the custom emotes in the chat. Sixers! Wow. Did we not just see a totally different team in that game than we had seen the past couple of games in the regular season? And we actually saw the team that was the team the first 4 games James Harden was on this squad, or the honeymoon stage, if you will. So everybody that told me this 1 week of rest is going to be very important, I can't believe what I just saw on 1 week of rest. I just saw a completely different team on 1 week of rest. There's so many things I have to say about this game. I'm going to get right into it. The Sixers beat the Toronto Raptors 131-111. I really feel like they could have put them down by 30 if they really wanted to. The game was over. There really wasn't even much of a reason to watch the fourth quarter except for Tyrese Maxey trying to break a 40-piece in his first. No, it's not his first playoff game. Starting his first playoff game? What is it? I don't know. He was trying to break a 40-piece. That's why he was in the fourth quarter. That's why the fans were cheering every time he touched the ball. That's why he was in late with the bench lineup and all that. But he couldn't break 40. But we got 38 points from Tyrese Maxey. We got 38 points from Tyrese Maxey in the first playoff game of 2022. What have we been saying, man? What have we been saying? When James can't get it done from the top, when Joel's getting double and triple teamed, who's plan B? Who's gonna be the guy? Who is plan B? It is Tyrese Maxey, the youngest player in 76ers history with 30 points in game 1 of the playoffs. The youngest player in 76ers history with a 30-point playoff game at 21 years old. And the first 76er to drop 30 in a playoff game since Allen Iverson. I'm not even saying that right. I tried to remember what it was, and damn it, I forget. I'm so damn happy with what I just watched. I wore the Iverson jersey, the 1996 rookie jersey, because we have Allen Iverson reincarnated. We have the new age Allen Iverson. We have the 2022 Allen Iverson, the deep three-point shooting Allen Iverson. Like I say, I don't like to compare eras because they didn't shoot threes like that back then. This is the new era. We have the new era Allen Iverson in Tyrese Maxey. At 21 years old, he's the future of the franchise, past Joel Embiid, past James Harden. When all of that is done, when all of that's in the history books and those dudes aren't even playing anymore, Tyrese Maxey will be 28 years old. Bruh, he's the future. And he was absolutely lights out in this game. So let's just talk Tyrese Maxey. Let's talk Tyrese Maxey. That's where we're starting it. We're starting it with Tyrese Maxey. I messed up the stream. So when I was doing the 13 shotguns that I did for the end of season celebration, I jacked up my stream setup a little bit as far as OBS goes, so there's things moving around, and I'm really trying to figure it out on the fly because I've been working leading up to this game, and I just haven't really had time to jump on here and figure it out. But I think I got it mostly. But anyway, let's get back to it, man. Tyrese Maxey, in 38 minutes, 14 for 21, 5 for 8 from three-point range, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a plus 20, 38 points. And in particular, the third quarter. When you really needed something to happen, when you really needed somebody to do something to really put this game away. You know, we're up 20 in the first half. They crawl back, bring it to 12. They crawl back here and there. They didn't really make anything of it. But the third quarter was the finishing blow, and it was done entirely by Tyrese Maxey. I mean, play after play after play after play. Drives to the rim. Incredible. Some of the most incredible. I seriously think Tyrese Maxey is the second best finisher around the rim in the NBA behind Kyrie Irving. I see some of the most amazing finishes from this guy around the rim. He's absolutely incredible. The one that sticks out in my mind is a little running, floating jump shot. He gets fouled, loses the ball, somehow gets it back and puts it in for an and one. He was all over the place. He was unreal. And he was locked in from three, 5 for 8. But really, like, every time he caught the ball on a swing and was open, like what you would consider wide open, it was almost a guaranteed make. He was so money in this game. And like we said, we know what we're going to get from Joel Embiid. Of course, the Raptors' game plan in this game, and will be for the whole series, was to double, triple Joel Embiid very quickly. That's why Embiid finishes with, 19 points on only 15 field goal attempts, 9 for 11 from the free throw line, 15 rebounds, a plus 16, 5 fouls. But the main thing is when their whole game plan is to try to take Joel Embiid out of the game, who steps up? He kicks it out, we swing it, and it's Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Maxey. I can't get enough of what Tyrese Maxey just did. And the icing on the cake, ladies and gentlemen, the icing on the cake in the third quarter was Tyrese Maxey catching the ball about 35 feet from the rim and just pulling a Damian Lillard distance, a Trae Young distance, a Steph Curry distance three-pointer. Do you understand how scary that is for the NBA? We were talking if this kid can develop a three-point shot when we drafted him. He was 29% in college. He was 29% his rookie year. We were saying if this kid can just get that to 35, 37, he could be an all-star level player. No, he's third in the damn NBA in three-point percentage. And on top of that efficiency, he is now shooting logo threes. He's now pulling from 35 feet with confidence. I'm absolutely, positively blown away by what Tyrese Maxey did. Blown away by it. Thank you all for being here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Rasan G with the super chat. Says, I told y'all don't worry about Harden. He was way more aggressive even when missing shots. Sixers in 5. Rasan, you're not wrong. You call the show all the time. You talk me off the ledge. You're very positive about James Harden. And we said, what do we need from James Harden? What do we need from James Harden? If we get 20 and 10 from James Harden, we know what we're going to get from Joel Embiid. Even when he has a game like this, the scoring was a little less because of the defense the Raptors played on him as far as doubles, triples, quadruple teams. If we get 20 and 10 from James Harden, and we can get Maxey to step up, or Maxey to play how he's been playing, actually, toward the whole second half of the season, we could take this series. Tobias Harris, Dom213, thank you for the super chat, says happy. I'm happy too. Daniel Hill, thank you for the super chat. Raptors fans are quiet right now. Keep quiet, Raptors. They're not even here. They're not even here. I'm going to get to Raptors fans in a second. Because listen, man, Tobias Harris had the quietest 26-point game in NBA history. I looked at the stat sheet in the third quarter, and I said, Tobias Harris has 23 points. 23 points through three quarters for Tobias Harris. And it was just methodical. It was strategic. And it was just getting to his spots, not trying to do too much, getting his mismatches, finishing around the rim, getting his little turnaround fadeaway post shot, and catch and shoot three-pointers. Tobias Harris, 9 for 14 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for Tobias Harris, and a plus 17. And James Harden A lot of you guys have been saying the X Factor. Some of the other creators that I've been collabing with on the show have picked James Harden as the X Factor. I said also in an episode that I think he is the X Factor because if you're getting the 3 for 18 version of James Harden, if you're getting the 1 for 9 from 3 version of James Harden, we're cooked. We got the version of James Harden that we need. I said he needs to make three-pointers. I don't think he's ever going to get back to that Houston Rockets athleticism level of James Harden 5 years ago when he was in the peak of his physical ability. But if he can make threes, distribute the ball, and then pick his spots strategically as far as when I'm going to drive to the rim, when I'm going to get a one-on-one situation, when I'm going to do my little dribble, step back. If he can pick those spots strategically and make the threes at a decent rate, that's the James Harden we need. Raptors fans, I got a lot to say to you, man. I got a lot to say to you, Raptors fans. Let me get my highlights up here. Like I said, when I shotgunned 13 Miller Lite cans, I jacked up some of the stuff on my OBS setup, but there we go. I believe I got it. There we go. We got the James Harden that we need. We got the Tobias Harris that we need. Joel Embiid again was held to 19 points. But we got the Joel Embiid we needed because he drew the attention. He kicked it out. We swung the ball, and guys knocked down shots left and right. And Tyrese Maxey, damn it, was the star of the show. Tyrese Maxey had 38 points. He's going for 40 at the end of the game. He's mic'd up. He sits down on the bench, and he says, "Damn, I suck," jokingly because he couldn't break 40. Joel Embiid had spurts in the game where he absolutely dominated. Joel Embiid actually from the tip. This is what I want to say. Pause, by the way. Every time you say from the tip, you got to say pause because remember the dual press conference with James Harden and Joel Embiid, and Joel Embiid said from the tip, and James Harden said pause, and I agreed with it. Excellent use of the pause by James Harden. Anyway, from the tip, Joel Embiid was under the rim. Hubie Brown even pointed it out in the third quarter at one point. When Joel shot a mid-range jumper, Hubie Brown said that is the farthest shot Joel Embiid has taken so far in this game. Now, why is that? Why is that, ladies and gentlemen? What have I not been saying all week? What have I not been saying? What have I been saying? What have I been saying all week about Joel Embiid in these playoffs and about what we saw toward the end of the season? What have I been saying? Let me get the closed captions off of here because it's driving me nuts. I've been saying that Joel Embiid is going to be a different animal in the playoffs. Joel Embiid is going to be a different animal in the playoffs. Going down toward the end of the season, Joel Embiid's not giving it his maximum effort. Joel Embiid's not going hard. He's going out there, jogging around, breaking a sweat, shooting threes, shooting jump shots. They're losing to teams like the Pistons. They're losing to teams here left and right because they're like, I'm not going to kill myself for the end of the season. I'm not going to destroy my body and my endurance and my durability for the playoffs trying to win a regular season game at the end of the season. I knew for a fact when these playoffs started, Joel Embiid was going to be a different animal. And from the jump, he was under the basket. All you old heads on Facebook, in the Facebook groups crying all the time, oh, Joel Embiid needs to stop shooting so many threes. Get on the block. Get on the block. He shoots too many threes. He shoots too many mid-rangers. You need to get on the block. Back in my day, I walked to school uphill both ways in 17 feet of snow, and we scored on the block. We didn't shoot threes. He wasn't even being serious at the end of the season. Game 1 of the playoffs, the dude was under the rim the entire game. In the first 5 minutes of the game, he had 4 rebounds. Joel Embiid had 4 rebounds, 2 offensive in the first 5 minutes of the game. He knew exactly what he was doing toward the end of the season. He knew exactly what he was about to do when the playoffs started, and this is the Joel Embiid we're going to get. If he stayed in the fourth quarter and it was a close game, he would have easily passed 20 rebounds again. He was an absolute monster. Of course, he's hitting people with the Euro lefty finger roll finish, taking double teams to the rim and finishing. I mean, the Raptors do not have an answer for Joel Embiid, and that's usually when we were going around the round tables on YouTube, the collaborations, when we were going around to every YouTube creator and saying, what's your main takeaway? How do you think the Sixers win this series? A lot of people said straight up, the Raptors don't have an answer for Joel Embiid. At the end of the day, we said it a million times, and now here it comes, Raptors fans. Are you ready? If there's any of you little twats left in the damn chat, here it comes. All right? You were in my YouTube chat for a freaking week straight, wasting hours of your life, typing away, typing your little heart out to tell me how great your Raptors team is. You were on my chat. You were on a Philadelphia 76ers content creators chat for a whole week, hours a day, just typing your little hearts out, telling me how amazing the Raptors are. I told you, they're going to come back down to earth. A lot of great athletes, a lot of good players, a superstar or two away from being a great team. A lot of guys that would be great role players on a championship team, but they don't have the star power. Period. End of discussion. Stars win in the playoffs. Was the end of the regular season game where Precious Achiuwa's on fire and is pulling heat checks from 30 feet like Kevin Durant. No, it's not even real. That's not even real. That's 2K on Hall of Fame difficulty. It doesn't even make sense. It wasn't even real. That's not going to happen in the playoffs. I'm sorry. Pascal Siakam, 37-point triple-doubles. Scotty Barnes dropping 30 points. That's not going to happen in the playoffs. They came back down to earth. They played like what they are, a bunch of good role-level players. Not enough superstars to compete with this team. And that's where I'm at with it. Now, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. The Toronto Raptors still have a lot of things that we struggle with. I don't want to go crazy about this win and act like we're about to sweep them. I still believe there's going to be a couple of ugly ones. There's going to be a couple of games that make Sixers fans on Twitter freaking get their panties in a bunch and start crying everybody sucks. There's going to be a couple of those. There's going to be a couple very good defensive games from the Toronto Raptors. This wasn't one of them. There's going to be a couple of games where we get out-rebounded, out-hustled, beat in transition, on and on and on. I'm still calling it a 6-game series. But this game was the absolute most perfect way you could have started this season. The absolute most perfect way you could have started this season was this game. Now, let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats before I ran about Paul Reed. All right, where are we at here? Chin A, my man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Always rocking with Run It Back Philly. Shout out to Chin A. He at $10 donation, and he says, Tyrese, Maxey, Iverson, the Raptors. Toby was on fire. Harden held it down. Joel was allowed to sit back and play defense pretty much. Amazing game. All the credit to the Sixers. Beautiful. Thank you, Chin A, for that. Matt Koss with the $5 super chat. We went on a run without Joel on the floor. The fans were right. B-Ball Paul Victory Tour. Hashtag B-Ball Paul Victory Tour. And look, man, the first thing I'm going to say about it, the Paul Reed situation is, contrary to popular belief, contrary to 2022 and the sensitivities of everybody, contrary to everybody raising their kids saying yes to everything, letting them do whatever the hell they want, and raising a Ben Simmons. Bullying works. I'm sorry. Some things don't change. Bullying works. We bullied the hell out of Doc Rivers. He was forced to give in. He finally played Paul Reed. He finally played an athlete in the backup center minutes. Did not put Paul Millsap out there to get torched. Did not send DeAndre Jordan out there to get torched. Paul Reed got every single backup center minute in the game. We called for the guy the whole season. Once again, Doc Rivers was wrong, and Philadelphia 76ers fans were right. Once again. How unbelievable is that? Now, what did Doc say in his press conference? Did you guys watch it? Because I didn't watch it. Is he still angry that Paul Reed is good? Is he still angry that he was wrong about it? We're not going to go on a Paul Reed victory tour. Yes, we are, damn it. Yes, we are. We're on the Paul Reed victory tour. Doc Rivers knew that if he put DeAndre Jordan on that floor at the backup center minutes, the arena was going to burn down. He felt the pressure. He felt it, and he knew he had to do it. That's one case, or maybe, like I've been saying all week, maybe the coaching staff, the rest of the coaching staff, Daryl Morey and everybody else said, hey, Doc, enough is enough. Play Paul Reed. Straight up, play Paul Reed. Stop with the nonsense. Play Paul Reed. Comes in the game, gives you the energy, gives you the rebounds. Blocks a shot on Precious Achiuwa that was just like vicious and mean. I mean, like, Doc, what else do you have to see, man? What else do you have to see? Van Vliet is the one that he blocked, by the way, in the second quarter, where he just smacked the hell out of a layup attempt or a floater attempt, whatever it was. We extended the lead when Joel Embiid was on the floor. That's the rarest thing this basketball team has done since I've been watching them this season. Our biggest kryptonite was partially because of Doc Rivers. Our biggest kryptonite was when Joel Embiid would go to the bench and sit. Doc Rivers would bring in a 40-year-old man, and we would get torched for 8 straight minutes. Doc Rivers finally said, fine, you guys are right. The players that I think are good stink. I'll give you your little Paul Reed. And B-ball Paul steps up again. Whole crowd, whole arena's chanting B-ball Paul. Just absolutely beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful. The bench. You get 8 points from George Niang, 3 from Paul Reed. Had a couple of questionable calls, actually, on the fouls that the officials were calling on him. But, you know, he plays erratic, but I love it. He plays out of control, but I love it. The guy just throws his body around. You got a 3 from Matisse Thybulle. Again, I do think this is probably the best lineup with Danny Green starting. The best option that we have is Danny Green starting and Matisse coming off the bench, because you just never know what you're going to get from Matisse. You also never know what you're going to get from Danny Green. He was atrocious in his game. 1 for 6, 0 for 5 from 3, 2 points. So, that but I like Matisse coming off the bench. Shake Milton off the bench in 14 minutes, 10 points, 2 assists. Late in the game, catches an assist from Harden and hits a 3. This is the absolute best way you could have started this game. Man, in the second quarter, a play that I jotted down, Harden gets double-teamed, and Maxey comes right down the middle of the lane. And that's what I was saying when I was watching that Brooklyn Nets play-in game. When they were double-teaming Kyrie, when they were double-teaming Durant, they had Bruce Brown coming right to the middle of the floor. That's a backup plan. That's a plan B. We executed that perfectly with Tyrese Maxey in the second quarter and got him going. When Harden steps off the pick and roll and gets double teamed outside the three-point line, Maxey right down the lane. And he's too quick. He's way too quick. These guys can't hang with Maxey. Nobody in the NBA can hang with Maxey off the dribble. He's too quick. He doesn't miss when he's wide open. I mean, it's crazy. We had an 18-point lead at halftime. Joel Embiid dominating in the second quarter, gets a flagrant foul for basically punching, who was it, Siakam in the face. Got mad about a no call on the other end, came down, kind of tackled Siakam, hit him in the face. I think it was Siakam. Maybe it was Boucher or Precious Achiuwa. Can't remember. Then he comes down on the offensive end, plows over this Birch guy, takes him one-on-one. Again, that guy can't guard him. Seriously, you're leaving Birch one-on-one on Joel Embiid? Does the Euro left-handed finish on Siakam, takes a double team under the rim, dominates at the end of the second quarter. Third quarter, Scotty Barnes decides to tackle Tyrese Maxey around the screen and gets a flagrant call. Embiid locked up Siakam in the third quarter. Now, where are all those Raptors fans telling me Siakam's a superstar? We have no answer for Pascal Siakam. You guys have no answer for Pascal Siakam. No answer. What are you going to do? You got no answer. I'm glad you guys had your fun for a week. I'm glad you had your fun winning those little regular season games. But, guys, this is the playoffs now. This is the playoffs. It's playoff basketball now. It just got real, Raptors fans. It just got real. Harden makes the full court bounce pass, fast break to Tyrese Maxey. Just a ridiculous Magic Johnson-esque pass. And Maxey does the up and under left-handed finish in transition. Beautiful game, man. And here's the sequence in the third quarter where Maxey took over. He hits the three, comes back down and drives the lane and gets the layup. Then he drives the lane, gets the one-footed floater jumper where he lost the ball and finished and got it back and somehow finished it for an and one. And then he's just feeling it. Just catches the ball 35 feet from the rim, squares up, and shoots it. And drains a three from the damn logo. What more can I say about Tyrese Maxey, man? This was absolutely incredible, what I just witnessed. And I can't wait to watch him for the rest of these playoffs. And really, man, really, like I already said he's the number 2 scorer on the team. I really believe that. I also said a lot of Raptors fans hated this one. I said in one of those live stream collaborations, I would take Tyrese Maxey over any players on the Toronto Raptors. I would take Tyrese Maxey over any player on the Toronto Raptors. Oh, they hated that one. Oh, my comments on my YouTube app were going ham from Raptors fans all week long. I can't believe you would say something like that. I'll take Tyrese Maxey over any player on the Toronto Raptors any night. Knock it off. Van Vliet fouls out, gets a technical foul on his way out of the gym. See ya. Joel Embiid blocks Siakam, gets in his face a little bit again, chirping at him. I love it. We bullied this team, man. We bullied this team. We showed them what superstars do in the NBA playoffs. That's what we did. That's what we did, man. Let me make sure I don't miss any other super chats. Beat, thank you for the $1.99 donation, man. Much appreciated. Anybody that supports the channel, love you all. Thank you for being here. 496 in the chat. Everybody hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's go to the Discord, man. I know I got people waiting, man. We got a bunch of people in the Discord. We're going to have to keep it rapid fire, all right? We're going to have to go rapid fire in the Discord. You know what I mean? When you call in, say what you want to say. Make sure you got a point ready. If you could, tell me your name and where you're calling from. That would be cool. You know what I mean? Say what you got to say. We'll bang it out. We'll move on to the next callers. Big Fish Slow Boat, thank you for the support. A star is born. Maxey just did more than Ben Simmons' whole career in one game. Ben who? 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 How many years did we lose in the playoffs because we needed players like this around Joel Embiid? We needed players like James Harden and this Tyrese Maxey around Joel Embiid. How many years did we lose in the playoffs trying to force the Ben Simmons experiment? We finally did it, guys. We finally did the most basic basketball thing in all of basketball, which is put ball-handling guards around a center. We finally did the most common sense basketball thing. We finally just put ball-handling guards who can shoot on the floor. We finally did it. Oh, my goodness. All right, man, let's people calling the show on the phone. We'll get to the phone once we get through the Discord members. I don't even know how long the show is going to go, man. We got a lot of people trying to call in, you know what I mean? All right, who's in the Discord? Let me put myself right here. Shane Butler, man. We tried you on the Discord. Wait, where'd you go, Shane? Oh, there you go, Shane. Shane, you in the Discord, man? Shane Butler. We tried you on the Discord the other day. I don't think you could figure out really how to get your microphone in the Discord to work. Check 1 to Shane. Check 2 to Shane. Shane, your mic is muted in the Discord. All right, Shane, you're out of here, man. Sorry about your luck, man. Danny Hilt, man. Danny Hilt in the Discord. Talk to me, my man.
How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? I'm hype.
I'm hyped too. I think Maxey is gonna be a pretty good, damn good player.
Oh yeah, gonna be a damn good player. Sky's the limit for him, man. Who knows? Who knows, man? This guy could be a superstar. He could develop even more and more and more as the years go on. Like, there's no limit to how good this kid could be, man.
100%. I will say, bullying does work. It will forever always work. And I will say, let's celebrate for 24 hours, and then move on for Monday night.
Yeah, let's smack him again on Monday night. Let's get a nice 2-0 lead and go up to Toronto, cross the border without one of our guys. Matisse Thybulle. Let's get a nice 2-0 lead, cross the border, and fight hard in Toronto, and we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, and one thing I will say right before I leave, shout out to Scotty Barnes. I hope he's got a speedy recovery.
Yeah, I didn't actually catch the replay. What how he got hurt, man.
Yeah, so what happened was he rolled his ankle, and then as he was rolling his ankle, Joel had the ball and he was defending Joel. Joel actually stepped on his rolled ankle.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he's all right, man. You never want to see injuries. You want to be able to beat a team at full strength. Awesome young player, has a lot of potential in the league. Hopefully he's better and can be in, most of the series.
Yeah, 100%. I'll let you go. You got busy, so have a good night.
All right, my guy. Appreciate you. Danny Hilt, ladies and gentlemen. Danny Hilt in the Discord. We got a super chat here from Prince Monito, $5 super chat, and says, already drinking, ? Sheesh. What do you mean already drinking? It's 9:45 on a Saturday, bro. You said that like it's fucking Monday morning. What are you talking about? Take your $5 back. Terrible comment. Get out of here. 9:45 on a Saturday. This guy's giving me shit for drinking, man. What are you talking about? The Sixers just won the freaking game 1 of the playoffs. You're damn freaking right I'm drinking. Follow my Instagram story if you want to see what I do later tonight, too. So you'd cry a little more about it. I'm on a different planet right now. Don't even bring the negativity up in here. Matt L in the Discord, man. Matt L. Matt L in the Discord going once, man. Going twice, man. Going 3 times, man. Matt L, you're out of here. C Block 58 in the Discord. C Block 58. What y'all got? Muted mics in the Discord, man. Did you jump into Discord and fall asleep or what? C Block 58. You're out of here. Big John in the Discord. Big John in the Discord.
What's going on, DJ?
What's up, Big John?
Hey, man, I'm calling in from Lancaster County. Got to represent Lancaster out here. Listen, I got to do some housekeeping on these Raptors fans on Twitter, man. I'm sick of their shit, right? So you didn't catch the replay on him getting hurt, Scotty Barnes. He's laying on the floor. He's still laying on the floor. We go down the other end, and Fred VanVleet fouls out. And they play Hit the Road Jack. And the Raptors fans on Twitter are saying they played that because Scottie was hurt and stay classy, they say. So fuck that and fuck them.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. They play that every time. Every time a player fouls out in Philly, they play that song. That's the joke. Yeah.
So that's the little housekeeping on that. You know, the B-ball Paul chants were great. I love Philly, man. We know what we're talking about out here.
Yep.
But the biggest takeaway from this game for me, and I hope it continues, is Doc Rivers coaching. Joel scored 19. We won by 20. You know, we saw 11 minutes of Paul Reed instead of DeAndre Jordan. You know, Danny Green starting is what it is with Matisse out in Toronto. You know, people are just complaining about everything, and I'm tired of it. We won the game, and let's get him again on Monday.
Oh, absolutely, man. Hey, thanks for the call. Yeah, you know what, man? I'm gonna give Doc Rivers credit. I am. I don't know if Doc Rivers has been overruled by certain other people in the organization, or if Doc Rivers, and I find this hard to believe, that Doc Rivers at 60 years old looked in the mirror and said, you know what? I'm going to change what I'm doing. I'm going to adjust my strategy. But look, what we saw here is different from what we saw a lot of end of regular season games. You know, playing B-ball Paul over the unathletic 37-year-old players that Doc was playing, you know, most of the regular season in the backup center position. And honestly, the Tyrese Maxey action in the game, like I said a couple games in a row, I didn't see enough Tyrese Maxey action. We need Tyrese Maxey action. He should be the number 2 option. There should be a lot of things going in his direction. There's so many plays in this game where Harden just either does like a decoy pick and roll or just comes up and just gives the ball to Maxey. Like, Maxey was such a major part of this offensive game plan, and that's another adjustment that either Doc Rivers made or he was pressured to make. But, I mean, this is exactly how the coaching staff needs to call the game. This was just everything went well. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more shout out to Prince Manito, already drinking sheesh. Come on, man. When Tyrese Maxey hit that 3 from like 30 feet, I just grabbed the bottle and started chugging. So stay mad, fam. Stay mad. I'm out of here. Have a good one, DJ.
Thanks, man. Later. Yeah. Shout out to Big John, man. You know, some people on YouTube, they think they know you. They want to give you advice. They want to give you an intervention. I don't know what you guys are talking about, man. A drink, you know, whatever. Aaron Cabbage with the $5 super chat. Aaron Cabbage, run it back MVP. There he is in the bottom right corner of the screen. As you can see that number right there, Aaron Cabbage. Thank you for always supporting the channel, my man. He said, I started drinking before tip-off. Of course you did, because you're a grown-up watching a playoff basketball game. Joel Ramos with a $2 super chat says, if Maxey hits the last 3, I would have gone crazy. Yeah, listen, to break 40 points on a step-back 3 at the end of the game would have been ridiculous. That would have been amazing. Back to the Discord. Meta HD in the Discord. Meta HD.
Discord.
Yo.
Am I being? You hear me?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Oh, all right. My fault. I just want to give a quick shout out to Maxey for sure for covering my ticket tonight. He balled out. And I want to say, Harden, I ain't gonna say he official back, but I think he making his way back. He hitting his threes now, and he's driving. It's just he wasn't getting no calls. Because honestly, in my opinion, when he drives, he get his ass beat.
He does.
And he doesn't get calls.
He does, man. He does. He creates a lot of contact, but at the same time, like, you know, just because he created it doesn't mean it's not a defensive foul. You know what I mean? He creates a lot of contact. He does get beat up, and they just don't give it to him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So if he get his shot falling, then that's just better for us, though. And that's all I really got to say.
Absolutely, brother. Thanks for calling, man.
No problem.
Yeah, man. Like I've been saying all week, man, if James Harden starts hitting that 3, man, starts making some of those step-back 3s, man, you know, the sky's the limit for this team. It really is, man. It's one of the X factors. It is James Harden making 3s straight up. You know, if you get the good version of James Harden, man, you are in damn good shape. You get the bad version of James Harden, who knows? We'll see if he keeps it up throughout the entire series. Yeah, man. C Block 58 in the Discord. C Block. C Block 58 or C Block.
Hey, can you hear me?
C Block, man. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Chilling, man.
Hey,
Chilling.
listen, I gotta give a shout out to my man Maxey. 14-21. He is he's a young stud. Oh, let me turn this TV off. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good, man. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a young stud. Let me tell you something. Isn't it amazing what this little kid have done since 1 year from being a rookie? He have improved more than what Ben Simmons did his whole entire career.
Absolutely, man. Mac, in that one regular season game, he hit more threes than Ben Simmons did in his whole career in that one game. So it's crazy.
Hey, man, listen, this kid is going to be around for years. He's our future. So, look forward to seeing him around for a long time. I love this kid. He's fearless. He have no fear whatsoever, and he will take it to you.
Yeah, man.
Baby, I call him the baby face assassin with that smile and killing you at the same time. You got to love him, man. Good game. Always love watching your content. And let's go. Get ready for Monday.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Go Sixers,
right.
man. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, man. Like, look, Tyrese Maxey is such a unique talent, man, and such a unique player, such a unique person. And you're right, man. The level of confidence that he shows, like, he doesn't seem like the kind of player. Like, just watching his personality, the way that he smiles, how nonchalant and jokingly he is on, like, just things that you see him in practice or him on the sideline or on the bench joking around, laughing, smiling. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would take the ball in a big moment of a game and just stare daggers through the defense and want to rip your heart out. But he just has something inside him. He has something inside of him that is just a natural will to succeed, a natural will to be great, a natural will to just put up or shut up, just a natural killer instinct on the inside when he's on the basketball court. And at such a young age, for him to just shoot a 35-foot three in a third quarter of an NBA playoff game, for him to be driving as hard as he drives, throwing his body out there, giving it everything he has. The kid has absolutely no fear. He's one of the most confident 21-year-old players I've ever seen in my entire career. He's incredible. And the sky's the limit for Tyrese Maxey. That finish right there was ridiculous. The sky's the limit for Tyrese Maxey, man. Crew site. $2 super chat says half the Raptors roster died today. Sixers in 5. Man, we ripped their hearts out. These fans, I don't know where they went. I don't know where all the Raptors fans went. There was 1,000 of them here all week. They're not here anymore. They're gone. They're gone. They're not even on YouTube right now. They turned on their Xbox. They quit. They got all their trolling out in 1 week, man. Matt L in a Discord. Matt L. All right, I don't know what's up with Matt L. Nixel. Nixel's been hanging out in the Discord. Thank you for waiting. Nixel, man, what's up? Nixel in the Discord. What's up? Sounds like Nixel laid his phone down and walked away. Dead Man Freddy in the Discord. Dead Man Freddy in the Discord.
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Not much. Just happy about the Sixers winning and everything with the offense flowing so well. Literally, I was at work keeping tabs open on my phone, literally just watching the game every time I'm on and off the floor at my job. And
nice,
every time I seen like something happen, I was just like jumping up and down. And
what do you do for a job on a Saturday night?
What's that?
What do you do for a job on a Saturday night?
I work in Acme in produce and stuff like that.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Produce can wait. Sixers game is on.
Exactly.
You got a quota you got to hit. Hey, man, your numbers were a little low on Saturday. Yeah, I was watching the Sixers game in between my job.
Yeah, my grandfather texted me. He's like Tyrese Maxey, up like with I think it was like 30 something points by the third, or at the end of the third. And I'm looking at the text message. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
36.
hell? I mean, like honestly, in my opinion, Maxey will be a star within at least 2 to 3 years if he keeps on doing what he's doing.
I mean, him making those finishes, then standing up and just like waving on the crowd, it gives me such Allen Iverson vibes. It makes me so happy. I haven't seen this on the Sixers team for so long, like literally over 15 years. I mean,
And it makes it so Philly like for him to like finish at the rim and give the people that excitement like that we never had. Like the last time that I've seen an excitement like out of the crowd and just basically a player doing something like that was when Jimmy was here and when we were on that run.
Absolutely.
And it's been such a long time since I've seen that.
Aside from Joel doing it every day, I think we just get used to Joel doing it every day. But yeah, I totally agree. Like, man, just incredible energy from the kid, man.
Yeah.
What else you got for me, man?
Other than that, what are your thoughts on the Ben Simmons being out until like game 3 and 4? You think he's not coming back at all, or do you think he's just going to come back and ruin everything for them, and then the Nets are just going to lose that series? Because I
no.
honestly, I tell me and my grandfather, we despise him every time we hear him in the news or anything, and it's just it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to keep this story going.
Yeah, he's embarrassing himself. I mean, ESPN keeps tabs on it because it's entertaining and they're going to talk about it. But at the end of the day, man, I don't really care. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about the Nets do with him. I don't think it's easy to incorporate him into an offense. I think it's one of the most difficult things in basketball because he's just one of the most, like, he has great tendencies, but he has just some of the worst deficiencies as far as a half court. Like, I don't think you can just throw him in there and like gel. Like, he's not a bucket getter that you can just put on any team and go play basketball. Like, everything has to be in the right place and right. That's probably not a good idea for the Brooklyn Nets to even try in the middle of the playoffs. I hope they try it. I really hope they try it. I really hope so.
Well, whatever they do, that series is just going to it's definitely going to a 7-game, but in all, it's not going to end well for the Nets. So.
Yeah. I hope the Nets lose in first round. I really do, man. Yo, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here.
All right, man. Good caller, man. Good caller. I think Rome to Royalty was waiting, and then we'll get to VR Heem. Rome to Royalty in the Discord, man. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's up, man?
Shit, chilling. We look good today.
I look good, man.
I was very pleased with, how we withstood the potential runs that the Raptors could have went on. That's big in the playoffs. You got to be able to put the fire out quick.
Yeah, real good. Yep. Yeah, real good point, man. Yeah, they definitely made a couple of runs. There was a 12-0 run in the third quarter, and Doc Rivers actually called a timeout, which he doesn't seem to do a lot of times. Like, yeah, they definitely made some runs, and we withstood it every single time, man.
Yeah, so I definitely, took notice of the cerebral part, and I was pleased with James Harden and the way he, kind of like took hold of the offense, and he was part of the he was one of the players that was putting the fire out on the runs. So
he was.
I'm pleased, and I was happy with Paul Reed sighting because his energy just jumps out off the screen. It's like his hustle is he missed a layup, and then he went back for the rebound. Like he I think they ended up getting the ball, but I was just like, damn, his energy is.
I know exactly what play you're talking about. He chased the ball all the way to the 3-point line, basically, and
yep.
He never stops. Doc said he crashes the boards 100% of the time. He never stops, man. And that's exactly the kind of player you need, especially facing the Raptors, because they have like 3 or 4 of those players. You know, they have like 3 or 4 or 5 of those guys that are just like Paul Reed, just 6'9", ridiculous athletes that just give it 100% every single play. So you need to fight fire with fire. That's why, you know, Paul Reed's in the game against the Raptors. I mean, if we get through this and we get to a second round, we'll see what Doc Rivers does against other teams. Maybe he kills us by thinking that, you know, DeAndre Jordan is the better option or something like that. But Paul Reed is clearly the backup center at this point.
Absolutely. I like him at the dunker spot. You know, he's a valuable piece to us. And there's another thing I just want to point out real quick, because I really don't have much to say. I'm very pleased with, you know, how we played today. But on the flip side to it, not coming off as a pessimist or nothing like that, but in game 2, we have to look out for Siakam going at Joel more aggressively. And hopefully we could still, you know, we could keep shooting the lights out, you know, across the board. But I think that's gonna be a factor in game 2, because they're gonna try to attack. In order to beat us, you have to attack, you know, JoJo. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm looking for. Looking to see them, you know, handle that adversity or whatever the case may be, whatever word you want to use. But yeah, I was happy with it, and looking forward to Monday, bro.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling, man.
All right, man. You be easy.
Yeah. You know, I thought Joel Embiid. Listen, you know, we said plenty of times we don't necessarily want Joel to be guarding Siakam majority of a game, because he's a high energy guy. You really don't want Joel to be wearing himself down. But man, in that third quarter, there was just a lot of possessions in that third quarter where Siakam tried to take Joel, and Joel Embiid was on a different planet in this game. Not just offensively, not just under the basket, just on a different planet. Defensively, rotating, running to the 3-point line, sticking with guys on the ball. And there's a sequence in that third quarter where he absolutely locked up Pascal Siakam, and I'm positive that my guy Romp is going to break it down. 443 people in here. Every single one of you subscribe to Romp Sixers Talk with Romp, because he's going to break the game down play by play, and make sure you check that out. So I'll be looking forward to Romp's breakdown, because there's a lot of plays in this game that, you know, I want to see, you know, in slow motion and hear my guy break it down. So I really think Joel Embiid locked up Siakam a lot of different possessions in that third quarter. Man, just Joel was on a different level. And I said that I've been saying it, man. I've been saying it. Wait till these playoffs start. You know, like we go, this happens every season. The last 20 games of the season, you're watching, you're trying to, you know, me as a YouTuber, a podcaster, other YouTubers, we're trying to analyze a game and kind of act like it matters. You know what I mean? And it does matter, but it's not a playoff game. So you break down the game, but you try not to get too high, get too low, because it's just the end of the regular season. You don't know if these guys are going 100%. This is real basketball now, ladies and gentlemen. This is real basketball now. And Joel Embiid came out with a fire inside of him. And Tyrese Maxey came out with a fire inside of him. James Harden came out and did exactly what he needed to do. Not too much. Don't force a bunch of things. Do exactly what you need to do. Pass the ball, run the half-court offense, throw some ridiculous dimes, full-court bounce pass. I mean, so just passing ability off the charts. 22 points, 14 assists. Picked his spots on when he wanted to ISO and step back three or drive and finish. At one point, he put his shoulder into Scotty Barnes' chest and knocked him into the crowd. Everybody was ready for the playoffs. This is real basketball. So Raptors fans, you had your party, you had your celebration in the regular season. It's playoff basketball time, and you don't have an answer for the amount of superstars we have on the floor. End of discussion. P. Harden with a super chat says, finally catching one of your lives. Good win. Maxey is the truth. Hey, P. Harden, man, thanks for coming through. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for stopping in and checking out the live. Call the show if you want to. Dom Taylor with a super chat says, what up, DJ? Maxey is the definition of untouchable. Oh, my God. Not even close to touchable. Absolutely untouchable. I wouldn't trade this kid for any player in the league. Any player in the league right now. Who you offering me? Who are you offering me for a 21-year-old player who just dropped 38 points in a playoff game? Who are you offering me? Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. I'm not trading him for anybody. John Morant. Nobody. I'm not trading Tyrese Maxey for anybody. The absolute definition of untouchable. Because his potential is limitless. Excellent comment. VR Heem, thanks for waiting in the Discord, my man. VR Heem in the Discord. Thanks for waiting, man.
Yo, Eastwood, no problem. What's going on, man?
What's up?
Honestly, I don't have much about this game. I think it was overall like just a great game, and it's actually this game has been one of the most fun to watch like this entire season. But
Facts.
I just wanted to say I gotta give my props to Doc. I'm like one of the biggest Doc haters, but I gotta give him his props this game. I honestly think he completely outcoached Nick Nurse this game, and I don't know if that's Doc or just the assistant coaches, but right now because Doc is the head coach, I'm gonna give it to him. But I want to say going into later into the series, because knowing Nick Nurse, he's going to adjust. And I wanted to say something that I feel like we did great is we didn't use everything that we have. I still feel like we have so much more to our offensive game. Because this game, we didn't even really use that much of a Harden Joel pick and roll. We for the most part, we just did Joel in the post, a low post, and then we just kick it out whenever they send a double team. Because eventually they're going to adjust to that, and they're going to start faking the double. And then that's when we can go to the pick and roll, or we can do like the back screens that we're doing a little bit when Harden first came here. And I really think we put ourselves in a really good position for the rest of the series.
Man, that block on Siakam, and then he stares him down. Oh my God! There's, it just popped up on the highlight reel.
Nah, I see.
There's I love his intensity and just his trolling, the way he likes to talk on the court. But you're absolutely right. But I also listen. I don't think they're gonna have an answer because they did everything they could do to slow Joel Embiid down in this game, and everybody else stepped up and killed them. That's why Joel finished with 19 points. If they bring a fake double team or they don't double team, Joel Embiid's scoring every single time on this team. Like, you know what I mean? I talk about these athletes. James Harden has trouble taking a lot of these guys off the dribble. A lot of guys, Tobias struggles scoring on these guys, even though he had a great game tonight. Majority of that was perimeter shots, catch and shoot threes. But not a single one of these players can stop Joel Embiid one-on-one. There was a lot of situations in this game where it ended up one-on-one, and it's just a Euro finish at the rim, finger roll. I mean, he took double teams to the rim at some point. So they could try that. I actually hope they do because Joel Embiid might drop 50.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And one more thing, honestly, before I get out of here. So I do have one, not to be negative, but I do have one issue.
No, go ahead.
I feel like our defense was very mediocre this game. I honestly think that the Raptors kind of shot themselves out of this game, and if they went to the rim a little bit more, they could have probably been closer into this game. But if this next game coming up, if they be a little bit more aggressive, and hopefully it's not like we don't get in stupid foul trouble, but they get a little bit more aggressive and start attacking the rim and really attacking our smaller guys, we can honestly get in a really close game and end up losing our game too. So I'm hoping that game 2 we come out with a little bit more energy on the defensive end and don't give up so many open shots. There was a lot of shots that I think it was Trent had that could have easily went down if he had that, if he was making shots tonight. They could have easily went down. So I'm just hoping that on the defensive end we just lock in a little bit more. But I think honestly we can win this game in 4. So.
Yeah, when you look at the stats, Trent was 2 for 11, 2 for 7 from 3. Like I said, he's one day he's a superstar, one day he's a ghost player. It kind of reminds me of Furkan Korkmaz or something like that. Like really just a guy that lives and dies by his jump shot. He's either making it or he's missing it. So yeah, they could definitely have a game where he's hot. And, that's the storyline. Precious Achiuwa is the same way. He only got up 9 shots, but the game where he was hot and heat checking on us. He had 30, so you know what I mean? He was 3 for 9 in this game, so you could have a game where one of those guys steps up. We've seen Chris Boucher kill us before. Yeah. He couldn't do anything in this game, but, yeah, you're right, man. Like, there's a lot of shots in this game probably that were wide open that could have been a different story, so, you know, we'll have to see in game 2, man.
Yep. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Andy Walken with a $5 super chat says, I wouldn't trade Maxey for immortality. Guys, an absolute monster. The real De'Aaron Fox. The real De'Aaron Fox. Let's go. Tyrese Maxey is the real De'Aaron Fox. This guy's first step is a blur. Exactly. And listen, anybody, most players, speaking of De'Aaron Fox or Ja Morant or all these guys that have that lethal first step that can get to the rim, that can get past anybody, the kryptonite for those kinds of players is always their perimeter shooting. It's always their perimeter shooting. Tyrese Maxey is a freaking phenomenal three-point shooter. After one off season, 3rd in the NBA in three-point percentage. This guy is the complete package. He's the complete package. That's the icing on the cake. That's the attribute that puts you over the top as far as that kind of scoring guard. A lot of guys can get to the rim really quickly. Derrick Rose was the same story in his prime. A lot of guys can beat people off the dribble, go to the rim hard, and have elite speed and do what Tyrese Maxey does. Not a lot of guys can combine that with a 40+% three-point shot. This combination of attributes is absolutely rare. And Tyrese Maxey has it all. He has the complete package. Three-point shot, mid-range shot. He's got the floater. He's got the step-through. He's got the finishing at the rim, right side, left side, up and under, finger roll, up and under, English off the glass, and one. Strong, finishes strong, goes up, keeps his body square, hangs in the air, body control. He has everything. He is the complete package at such a young age. I'm not trading him for anybody. Period. I could sit up here for 3 hours and rant about Tyrese Maxey. And I might just do it. I'm going to try Matt L in the Discord one more time. Matt L. Matt L, Matt L, Matt L, Matt L, Matt L. Matt L's still quiet in the Discord, man. Still quiet in the Discord. Phone lines are open, man. Anybody else wants to get in, wants to say your piece, go ahead and call the number right there. Let me make sure the Bluetooth is up and on. If anybody wants to call the phone number right there. We've been up here for an hour. Been up here for a little bit over an hour. The Sixers beat the Toronto Raptors 131-111. If you're just tuning in, thanks for tuning in. This is Run It Back Philly. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be right here every single post-game live after every single 76ers playoff game. We're going to be right here every single time right after the game. Still 483 people in the chat. Hit the thumbs up button for me. That would be greatly appreciated. Push these streams out. Get us some more people in the chat. Get us some more people in the live streams. Keep the content going. Keep the channel growing. All that stuff, man. Andy Walken with another $5 super chat says the Raps guarded Embiid with 4 guys. They were cooked walking into the game. Exactly. We got a call from Roseville, California. My bad, man. Hold on. Let me give you some volume here. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. What's up?
Yeah, so earlier I was going to make the comment about the early drinking thing. I don't really drink much, but when I have to watch the Sixers in the playoffs, I start drinking pregame, so I don't know what they're talking about.
I shotgun 13 Miller Lights on a stream, and now some people think I'm a raging alcoholic and I need to go to rehab. That's what it is. It is what it is. It's a perception thing. Whatever. Anyway,
we've all been there, man. Not on a stream, I haven't, but in general. So obviously Maxey was amazing tonight. that's a given. I kind of feel bad for Anthony Edwards because he had a 36-point debut, and like 2 hours later, Maxey's just
Yeah, I'll have
outshining
to
him.
watch the highlights of that one.
But-
I was at work, but I was catching a little bit of it here and there, and yeah, that kid's great, man.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. I guess on I think it was VR Heem from the previous point. We definitely gave up some open looks to them tonight. That Trent had an off game, but like you said, he's pretty volatile. But I mean, are Harden and Embiid going to combine for 11 for 32 again? I mean, probably not.
Exactly.
Still won by 20. And the Raptors were actually out shooting us. I think until about like halfway through the fourth, they were shooting a better field goal percentage than we were. So I know Maxey's not going to shoot like that probably very often, but a couple other things I wanted to point out. Doc Rivers' rotations, they were basically perfect.
Yeah, I thought
Never
so
thought
too.
I would say that.
Yeah, I thought so too. And that reminded me.
we'll see
That reminded me. I didn't want to forget to say. I think I've been saying like most of the after James Harden joined the team that the bench, when the bench is out there and Harden and Embiid aren't on the floor, it should be Tyrese, Maxey with the bench lineup. And there was a couple of times where I saw that, and I think his run in the third quarter, he was out there with a couple of bench players. So it's important to have him, Harden, or Embiid on the floor at all times.
Yeah, and he always had two ball handlers too, with Shake, and I thought he was fine given his opportunities tonight. But it'll be interesting to see what he does without Thibault, if he plays just 8, or if he hopefully not gives Korkmaz some run. Or I know we all know he ain't going to play Isaiah Joe, but if I had to go with a ninth guy, I would just throw Isaiah Joe in there for a few minutes, see if he does anything, and if not, cut it to 8.
Yeah, that's what I would do too. I think Doc Rivers would still elect to go with Furkan Korkmaz just because he has some kind of like love for him. But I would like to see Isaiah Joe over him too. I agree.
Yeah, and we saw him put him in the starting lineup last year, and that was when he was pretty good in the regular season. This year he's been awful. I thought it was interesting that we beat them at their game, the offensive rebounding and the turnovers. That's really promising for the rest of the series. Because I honestly like Nick Nurse's team. He runs such a unique scheme that during the regular season, teams aren't going to be really focusing on how to beat it. They're going to be flipping to the next team in 2 days or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, clearly it didn't tonight. I don't know if that scheme is going to work anywhere near as well for a 7-game series. So we're gonna have to see how he adjusts to that.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some adjustments. There's definitely gonna be some ups and downs. I still predict it goes 6 games because I just think there's gonna be a couple great defensive games from Toronto. There's gonna be a couple games where we don't shoot the ball very well, and
Yeah, and they do that zone, and Joel is getting it at the elbow and just attacking. He was no hesitation. One to two dribbles at the rim every time. We'll see. We'll have to see what they do, but they don't have anybody who can even remotely match him physically. So that, I guess, the only other point I wanted to make that hasn't been said yet, or at least not a whole lot. Tobias Harris was amazing tonight. I got to make sure he gets credit. I know we all are looking forward to getting off that contract and getting the roster a little bit more balanced and all that. But if he plays like that as a fourth option, they're not going to lose. So if he can just play even close to that well,
absolutely,
I think we're going to be in really good shape.
Yeah, really, like really good point, man. When you come, Harden and Embiid aren't going to shoot as Embiid's not going to shoot as bad as he did in this game. And yeah, you got Maxey and Tobias also having games like that. That's four scorers that on in this game were hard to stop. So yeah, if Tobias can be third or fourth option playing at that level, we're dangerous for sure.
Just decisive. He had the shots in the corner. He took them. He had a driving lane. He took them. He only took a couple dribbles. Got to his little sweet spot. Yeah. Pulled up.
Yeah, he's been working. He's been working at it a lot. He's been working at it a lot, man. He's been working hard in practice, really trying to fit into his role. When Harden first came here, it was pretty obvious that what he was doing didn't really fit. And he really tried hard to change how he was playing the game to really try to fit alongside, James being the ball dominant guard and all that. And I think he did a fantastic job, and this game showed it. And he's also raising his trade value, man. If we're going to move that contract in the offseason, which I don't think, even if Tobias drops a 50-point game, I still think you're moving that contract in the offseason. He's raising his trade value at this point. I used to say, how the hell can you trade this guy? But if he gives you 25-point games in the playoffs, you might have some trade value.
There'll be some sucker out there that will be like, well, look at him. He was a stud in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Let's take on the I live in Charlotte right now, and I can tell you they want to get rid of Gordon Hayward because he's basically like Tobias Harris, but doesn't play 2/3 of the season.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they're interested in Tobias Harris.
I don't know if Gordon Hayward really helps us out, because that doesn't help us out in the salary department. And then you just got a Tobias Harris that's injured all the time. So.
Oh, I don't want Gordon Hayward. I was just thinking if they get rid of him somewhere else,
right,
maybe they'd be willing to take on Tobias, maybe do like a three-way or something, just spitballing. But a team like that could use Tobias. I think a younger team that could use a veteran presence. He's good in the locker room, obviously. He's a great guy, just overpaid.
For sure, man. Absolutely. 100%
but anyway,
of the money, man.
That's all I've got.
Hey, thanks for the call.
Sorry about the Discord, man.
No, it's all good, man. I'm not a Discord professional either. Like I said, some of my subscribers set it up. They set up the whole thing with the different rooms in it and all this stuff. I don't know how to work the thing at all. So it could be on my end. I'm not sure, but thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right, man. Later. What a good call. We got one more waiting in the Discord. Indy Rivers in the Discord. Indy Rivers in the Discord. Check 1, 2. All right, man. I don't know what you're doing. Somebody else was calling the phone line. Go ahead and call back, man. I'll get you on here if you want to call back. What you guys got going on in the chat, man? I'll sit here and answer some, reply to some comments in the chat while we watch the highlights again, because why wouldn't we want to watch these over and over and over again? So you got any questions, comments, concerns you want to throw out there in the chat, go ahead. Predator Kingdom says Embiid will get karma. Jokic is the true MVP. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. The Denver Nuggets are going to get swept by the Warriors. It is what it is, man. Just accept it. I got a call from Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville, South Carolina. What's going on?
Going pretty good, man. Happy about a win.
I agree. Game 1. 1-0. 1-0 in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. What I want to know is how the hell is Tyrese Maxey not in the discussion for most improved player? What are your feelings on that?
What? Who's in the discussion then?
I just looked. You got Jordan Poole, Ja Morant is leading, which he was a baller last year. How is he most improved?
Anyway, he was in the running for Rookie of the Year, so how can he be most improved?
Exactly. So that's not most improved.
Right.
And now Jordan Poole, I like that. I do like that.
Yeah.
But if you look at just straight stats, averaging 6 points last year or something?
Yep.
Maxey? Or maybe in the playoffs at least. I'm not sure. But
he wasn't averaging
going
a lot.
From
he wasn't getting a ton of playing time. He was coming off the bench. He was leading the bench unit most of the time. It was like it was him and Shake Milton coming off the bench, and there would be games where he didn't get a lot of minutes. There'd be games where he played more than Shake, but he didn't have a major role at all.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's the other name I remember seeing was Murray from San Antonio was also in the discussion, but Maxey wasn't even part of the top 4 or 5 in that, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
And it just shows that national. Dude, you took the words out of my mouth, my friend.
Yeah, go ahead.
I looked it up before I made the call, and I was like, surely he's at least in the top 5. Nope, nothing.
That's crazy.
Not a damn thing. We don't get no respect.
Nope, we don't get no respect, man. Joel Embiid is the first player to average 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists since Bob McAdoo in 1975. And he's not going to be MVP. I mean,
it's insane.
What? Ridiculous.
And just like y'all were talking about maybe a week or so ago, it's like, what more does he have to do?
He can't do it
last
anymore.
year with the whole availability. No, there's nothing. The most 40-10 games. Like, come on.
Yeah, most 40-10 games since
we
what?
We
most
get
40-10
no
games in a season in history, right?
I believe so. 13. Yeah, he passed. Yeah, he has 13.
Since the
So
merger,
it's more
since
than
the
anybody.
merger, they say. So that excludes Wilt Chamberlain because he probably had 100 of them. But either way,
True.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, Wilt's numbers, like, they don't even matter because it was just so absolutely ridiculous for him.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate you taking the call, my man Eastwood, and I just wanted to throw that out there. It hadn't really been discussed too much, but, I mean, you got to give the kid some credit, you know? I mean, I know you do, but the national media needs to give boy credit.
At the end of the day, man, I don't know, man. We start to think, we've thought for a while, man, the national media, they don't like Philadelphia, man. You know, they just don't.
No, they do not. They don't, man, and we'll show them. We'll show them. We'll have their foots in their mouth, especially a year or two from now when Maxey's just lighting up the league.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree, man. For him to not be in the top five for most of he went from 29% to 40+ on 3-point percentage in one off season. I mean, he's ridiculous.
One off season.
And when do they vote on that? When do they vote on that and do the playoff performances matter? Because 38 points in a playoff game, I mean, if he continues things like this in the playoffs, like where he's really like outside of Joel Embiid, Maxey was leading the charge. Like Maxey was literally the number 2 star on this team in this game.
Agreed. 100% agreed. I used to think that they did the voting before the playoffs, but the article I read, it was like it had all these like main awards and it was like leading up to the playoffs. So the way it was written, I think they might take playoffs into consideration.
Well, listen, man, no MVP,
your guess is as good as mine.
No MVP, no most valid, no most improved player. But listen, man, maybe we could just get a championship ring, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that, and I think that Maxey and Embiid would say the same thing.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you for calling.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thanks, Eastwood.
All right, man. Later. Tyrese Maxey is the most improved player in the NBA, hands down. There's not even a voting process. That's unanimous. Joel Embiid's the unanimous MVP of the league. Tyrese Maxey is the unanimous most improved player in the league. Hands, there's no question about it. None at all. None at all. We'll take one more on the phone lines before I get up out of here, man. Thank you guys for being here. 400 still in the chat. Hit the like button. Sixers, take care of the Raptors. Just the most perfect way you could have started. Just the most perfect way you could have started the playoffs. Georgie7, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate that. If you try to type a comment there, I don't see a comment there, but thank you for the support. Either way, just the most perfect way you could have started the playoffs. Everything went well, man. Every single thing, you know. We said, like, it could be either really good or really bad. Like, what version of the Sixers are we going to get? We got a great version of the Sixers in this game. We got a good version of James Harden, not doing too much, doing exactly what he needs to do, picking his poison, taking his ISO situations when necessary, doing it smartly, getting to the rim and really using his body to finish in contact because he's not getting the calls. He doesn't get the calls anymore. They just don't call it. So James has to play basically full court basketball when he wants to drive to the rim, and he's learning that. He's not throwing the ball straight up in the air and flopping over and all these kinds of things. So, shout out to James Harden for this game, man. 22, 14 assists. Great game from James. Obviously, great game from Joel. He did what he had to do, move the ball well into double and triple teams, not too many turnovers for as many, double, triple teams that they put. Daniel Hill, thank you for the support. He says, DJ, you are the GOAT, man. I look forward to this stream every game. Good stuff, man. I hope you get to do it for a living soon enough. Shout out to you, Daniel. You know what? You're the co-MVP with Aaron Cabbage. Thank you for that, man. Very kind words. I appreciate it. I just have passion for the game, just like all you guys have passion for the game, man. All 400 people in this stream, the only reason you're here is because you're a hardcore Sixers fan, man. And you're hyped up for the playoffs. You want your team to win. And, you know, I'm just here to spread the message, man. I'm just here to do a show after the game, give the fans a voice, take live calls, get the opinions from Philadelphia 76ers fans, and, you know, celebrate, man. Spread the positivity, and hopefully one day we can be celebrating an NBA championship on YouTube. Mama Eastwood is still in the chat. Hi, Mom. I think that's all I got for this game, man. Incredible game. Happy with everything that happened. And Monday night, we're back at it, man. So, you know what I mean? Tune in Monday night after the game. We'll do it all again, man. We'll break it down. We'll take the live calls. We'll do all that on Monday. Run It Back Nation, you the realest. Get the merch also, runitbackmerch.com. I got some fresh merch coming out soon. Stay tuned. I got a victory. I got a Paul Reed Victory Tour t-shirt coming out. You guys don't want to miss that because it's amazing. I got a designer making a design. It looks like I'm just going to say it looks like a band, like a touring, like a band like a tour t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? But it's Paul Reed. It's going to be great. Runitbackmerch.com. Stay tuned for that. You guys hit the subscribe button, all that stuff. Join the Discord. Thanks for being here. Have a great night. Go Sixers. Peace.